Welcome to Mitchell Elf. Our theme this year is Adaptations, and this unit is Teeth and Skulls, and this is Center 1, Tooth Types and Tooth Touch. So the objective of this center is for students to become aware of the different kinds of teeth humans and animals have and how they're used, and also to compare different kinds of teeth belonging to different mammals. So in this center, as always, there are some books and some laminated papers that will help you with your discussion. And we also have a skull and a dental tooth jaw. And these are plastic and not real, and it would be important to reassure students that especially the skull is not a real skull. It's a plastic mold, and it's used for educational and scientific purposes, and so hopefully that will help calm any concerns that students might have. You're going to start out this center by asking students to feel their own teeth with their tongues. And ask them to think about how many different kinds of teeth do they feel in their mouths. And then have them move their jaw from side to side. And then using this fabulous tooth diagram and even some dry erase markers if you'd like, you can introduce them to the names of the different teeth in their mouth. Incisors, canine teeth, premolars, and molars. And if it helps, you can color code copies or color code types of teeth with a dry erase marker for the visual learners in all of us. And then you can move on to the actual mold of the teeth and have the students touch the mold with their fingers. And you can do a 2-finger touch or a 1-finger touch on this. We do own this mold, so you can feel free to pass it around and have the students really look at it. If parts of it, if it breaks or something, just let us know. If a tooth comes out, let me know and I can usually glue it back in. But you want them to touch the tooth, like say they touch this canine tooth here on the bottom. And then have them with their tongue touch their own tooth. You don't want them to touch this and then touch their mouth with their finger, but have them touch inside their mouth with their tongue and see if they can kind of compare how it feels, or how the molars in the back feel, and really kind of get them relating to what they might look like and feel like. So then you could also bring in mirrors for the students to look at their own teeth while they're looking at the mold of them. And then one of the important things of this center is that the volunteer has bring-ins. You need to bring in some crackers, fruit leather, apples, carrots, popcorn, celery, or other snacks, and some clean scissors from your house. And like I said, the hand mirrors. But the snacks are the food is all for the kids to think about what teeth they're using as they eat these kinds of food. So before they eat the food, you're going to show them the human skull, and again remind them it is just a mold. And talk about some ways that we prepare our food so that it's easier for us to eat. Talk about how we're omnivores and we eat a variety of foods, and that's why we have a variety of teeth. And you can even talk about how kids and adults have a different amount of teeth, so that their mouths can grow as they grow. So you'll give each kid different kinds of food to eat, and then as they're eating them, you can have the kids talk about what actions their different teeth are performing. How are they using their incisors, their canines, and their molars, and their premolars. And so they should find, hopefully, that when they bite crackers, that they bite them off with their incisors and they tear the fruit leather with their canines. You can talk about how canines are their strongest teeth. You can talk about how the molars chew and grind the food. And even have the kids put their hands on their cheeks so they can see how their jaw is moving. And then you could have them talk about how eating these different varieties of foods would be difficult if they didn't have certain teeth. What if they didn't have the canines? It would be hard to tear things like the fruit leather, which is kind of supposed to simulate meat, and things like that. So then you can move on to tooth types, part 2, and show the students these illustrations for tooth types, and talk about how carnivores have mostly large canines, insectivores have many pointy teeth for grabbing onto insects, and so on and so forth in this, because what you're going to want to do then is use the deer skull, and there's somebody's bringing in some dog teeth and some cat teeth for you to lay out and show the differences in these different kinds of teeth compared to our teeth as well, so that kids can start to see that different teeth are shaped differently depending upon what species they go with. Another important thing that you can talk about, see if I can do this with one hand, is how important the fact that our lower jaw can move is to our survival, and every animal's survival, and being able to eat and grind and tear food. Let's see. So, and if you have time, you might discuss the different skull shapes of human and deer and the animals in the diagram, and talk about where their eye placement is in their head shape, and discuss how those features help the animals survive. So, if you have any questions, you can email us at mitchellalf@gmail.com. And if there's anything missing or broken, please put it in a Ziploc bag and leave it in the center of one box and email us, and we will get it fixed as soon as we can. And good luck and have fun. Thanks. Bye.